And that starts a little bit, further into that as well. That don't start right now. Because for you could have had somebody that stepped into your life, and I don't mean halfway step. I mean, you could have had somebody fully step in. Your dad was absent because of death. You was absent, not absent in my life, but you was distant in my life because of a choice to make better. And for me, having somebody to step in, I had that, having my grandfather, shout out Mr. Green, to have him to be able to step in and really be there to, make sure that you distant, but I still had that father figure that's stepping in. And that's why I say it. You obviously didn't have that full-time father man figure to come in, because if you did, some things might have been different. I'm sure you had men to come in and be there a little bit, be there here, give you this, but nobody was full time, huh?
And by this time, nobody's my father. You're not my daddy.
Nope.
Don't come in here talking to me like you my daddy.
I'm grown now.
Because you're not my daddy.
I'm 14, I'm 13, and I'm
14,
getting bigger.
15, 16, 17 years old. Don't come in here talking to me like you gonna tell me which way to be moving, what to be doing. And this me and my mama program, and I'm the man of the house over here.
And that makes it a little different as well, because without my grandfather doing that, who knows where my path goes.
Right.
If he doesn't step in, my path might be like yours because you distant. You can't stop me from going here or going there because you ain't here. My grandfather being able to step in and, have his self established just like, your grandfather was able to bring me in to a certain degree and be there since day one because you were absent. I keep saying that because that's the word I'm using.
But truth.
Yeah, it's absent because it's distance.
Right.
So it's only there to a certain degree, so for him to step in and be there, for him to be able to, be that father figure, help me not make some of the decision that maybe took me down a path that was probably already written for me because your daddy did it. Then you did it. And then it was time for me to do it, and it was, like I said, there's a lot of things that plays a part into making us get to how we're able to be where we are right now. You being able to step in and say, hey, I'm not just going to be out of your life, even though I'm out of your life, even though I'm here, I'm going to still be here, so that plays a huge part in being able to, help and say where we are right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's a good place for us to wrap this show, because we've gone from your great grandfather and what was and what he tried to do to start something moving in a certain direction. And it wasn't because of his lack of effort that things happened the way that they happened. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't because he was lagging on being a good father, right? He was trying to do that, but things just happened and things got out of control in a way where before they could be changed, things were over, things were ended, right? Well, God did it different on the second round. I could have been gone. I didn't have to just go to jail. I could have been out of here. Somebody could have did me in, right? And the police could have did me in, okay? I could have been done, all right? But instead, I was spared to live, not to die. And in living, it gave me the chance, even though the chance was even though the chance was, it's going to be way different because you was a star athlete a minute ago.
And now you're in a jail cell.
Now you're in a jail cell. Now you out of the jail cell, but you're going to have to forever have this stigma.
And now you're away from your son.
And you're away from your son.
But it's for a better choice, though.
Better choices are being made. You fighting, I'm fighting, and I might not have it, but I'm choosing the way that I believe is going to be the safer way for me to stay here with you. If I go the other way, I already know how that go.
I bet they do too. If you watching this,
Yeah.
you know where it would have went if he would have stayed.
Yeah.
Because you ain't going into detail of what you was doing. I know.
Yeah.
Because we talked and we know that life would have been different. It would, and they know based off what we hear of generations passed on from your uncle to your daddy. It would have been and could have been you. Let's not even say would have been. Could have been.
Could have been me. Easy. Could have been me. But God spared me, and it began a trajectory for your life. And then because of those things, I also, with your brother, your sister, it's no different. It's the same thing. I'm going to have a relationship with my kids. I'm going to have a presence in my kids' lives that they can hopefully, as you grow, as you get mature, as you become your own adult, get your own children, your own family, you can then look back on who your father was and be able to use it in a way. Use what your father was in your life in a way that's going to move you positively forward in your own life. So that's what I've been working for your life. I've been working for this. And now, for me, I'm getting all the joy now because I'm watching you. Because I'm watching you now pick it up like clockwork. Pick it up like, I got you. I know what it is now. We know where we at. We know where we going. We know what it is. I'm going to handle myself. I'm going to take care of my business. That's joy for me. Not money, not monetary. That's the ultimate joy for me. So having a company, and most people say, okay, well, I want to have so much money and do so much with the resource of having money. I'd love it. I'd love to have that, but that's not what's driving us. Money don't drive us. It's us being together. It's us building something, and it is about building something successful. Period. Build something that's successful.
And the right way.
The right way. You understand what I'm saying? If we do that and we can do that together, I'm good. I feel like I fulfilled a part of what I'm supposed to be fulfilling in this world.
And you started, let's make sure that this is understood. You started a new cycle just like your great grandfather did. And now it's how do we make sure that this cycle that's coming continues to stay in our family and the people that we love and the people that surround us? How do we keep this cycle going the right way?
Yeah.
And it starts here, starts with me passing it down, starts with my brother or my sister passing it down because they were able to see the experience and how you were there firsthand,
Yeah.
Passing this down and just making sure that it is able to continue to go this same afloat and not veer off like it did in the generations before me.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened. Because if the generations was before me passed down from Pawpaw down to your dad down to you, then it'd be 4 cycles in.
Yeah.
Which could be the difference in where we could be in life right now.
Difference.
It could be a way different thing if it was passed down in that type of transparency from 4 generations up. For my kids it'd be 4 generations that it'd be passed down to now.
Yeah.
And that'd be different. That life would probably be a little bit different now.
Yeah.
But hey,
we looking at it.
That's why we here now.
You're the college graduate.
First,
Dad didn't. My father didn't get through high school. I got this close.
I was about to say you made it
close. I was 1 month from walking across the stage.
You made it, but you didn't make it.
I made it. I got something that says I did it, but I wasn't there when they walked. You understand what I'm saying? You walked right through, got what you need to get, walk right to the next door, walk right through, got what you need to get, and now we on this side. What we've been talking about for years and years and years. Go to school. You're going to go to school, get that degree so you can become the president, so you can be running some stuff. And that's the way we want to go. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know for sure that that's going to be the case. We don't know for sure that all of a sudden it's going to be success. All I know is we going to do something together. As your father, I believe that me and you should be working together, not you going over somewhere else and work. And I understand we might be working towards it, but we're working together. We're working towards it together. You know, so for the people who are out here watching, this is what we are trying to bring back into. I ain't gonna say bring back. I believe it's been here, but we're just trying to bring awareness to. There's so many of us like me and you out here in the world who are good, who want good, who want to do the right thing for their children and build their children and send their children off to have a successful life. But it also takes something. It also takes effort. It also takes a certain type of commitment. It also takes a certain type of sacrifice where people ain't gonna even understand my sacrifices that I'm making when I choose my children. Instead of choosing that, no, I'm choosing my children. So if we do that, then we will begin a new cycle. But this ain't something that's overnight. Nah, it wasn't for me. I'm 20 something, you 25. I'm 25 years in. You the culmination of the 25. I know I'm 25 years in on the fight for you, for them, for your brother, for your sister. You know, so I can only imagine when Dash is 15, 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna go ahead and we gonna get out of here. But man, this has been exhilarating for me because it's something that I've never said publicly. Cause y'all finna, I guess y'all know now.
Yeah, no.
I guess you know now. Ain't no taking it back now. You understand? This is Black America. This is Black culture. This is what we really go through. These are the things that where we come from that impacts us and takes us down these roads that you wonder, well, how did he end up like this? And how did that happen? He seemed like he was a good kid and he seemed like he didn't, I can't imagine that he would be that, right? But take a deeper look at where we coming from and what we dealing with, and you'll more so understand how we find ourselves in these different types of positions that are not the most positive and healthy things for our lives, So, hey, we really appreciate you tuning in. We really hope that we are giving you something that is useful and something that you can use in your consciousness as you move forward in your life so that you can keep doing what you've been doing. If you've been doing it, hey, we salute you. We proud of you. We acknowledge it. But if you've been slacking, you ain't been paying attention, understand your kids see what you're doing. Understand your kid watching you and listening. So understand that they have feelings and emotions too. Understand that they have to deal with that internally within themselves, what they see too. And if you begin to take that into consideration, then that's where you begin to change. That's where you begin to hopefully help the next generation move towards something that's better when you begin to take that into consideration that they watching. So we're going to leave you on that note. This is grit. We grit certified, not because we say we grit certified. We grit certified because we walked through it, because we got to this side, because when it was times that we could have just laid down and said, I'm done and I'm tired and I don't want to fight no more, we didn't. We got back up and we kept moving forward towards the thing that was the most positive thing that we believe we could get to, not the messed up things that could occur, but the most positive things that could occur was the thing that we leaned on to take us to the next step. So we want to go ahead and close this out and encourage you to do better if you're not. Do better if you lacking. Keep doing what you're doing. If you've been doing it, hey, keep doing it. So this is Grit Talk Series. I'm Daryl.
And I'm Daryl.
Thanks for tuning in.